Since its establishment in 1993, Galeri PETRONAS has become synonymous with Malaysian Contemporary Art. Over the past 20 years, the gallery has recognized the ever-developing Malaysian art scene. Today, Galeri PETRONAS represents an important venue for artists to express and communicate the imaginative aspects of their spiritual, social, and political concerns through their visual language. Important to the commitment by PETRONAS to Malaysian contemporary art has been the development of the PETRONAS Art Collection. Started as a decorative collection in the 1970s, it was converted into the PETRONAS Art Collection in the year 2000. To commemorate this milestone, Convergence is a publication with a visual representation of 3 exhibitions that represent the 3 chapters of the book. Convergence addresses the broad range of the PETRONAS Art Collection within the context of the spiritual, social, and economic concerns of Malaysia.
My name is Mutalib Musa. I'm standing in front of my sculpture entitled Patience. It's made of stainless steel. The height is 6 meters tall. The main visual element that I'm using in the sculpture is the hourglass. And for me, the hourglass is an object that you can relate to the idea of patience, which is not something that can be easily shown visually. So through the hourglass, I'm hoping that I can get the message across. Everyone has a different experience coming to the hospital, but basically it all has to deal about time. As you look at the sculpture, I want the public to think about the time that they had, with the family members who's in the hospital, or if you're a patient, it's also something to reflect on the time that you had or the time that you will have after you recover. Everyone has their own experience when they come to the hospital, and all of these experiences for me is actually a very private experience. So through the sculpture, I'm also trying to highlight on the idea that it is a very private moment for individuals. That's why the sculpture has an almost figurative form, and that's the reason why it's almost like a solitary experience, almost like a human figure. Usually when you come to the hospital, you're away from your daily life, and it takes you back to a place where you reflect on your experiences before coming to the hospital and your hopes and dreams as you leave the hospital.
Hi, my name is Ramlan Abdullah. I'm a sculptor. As far as public art is concerned, I have done work for the Malaysian and also the regional Southeast Asia. Since 2006, I was invited by Galeri PETRONAS to submit a design for the Permata Training Center, and since then I produced a few designs. 2009, finally the committee agreed to choose one design, and I started to fabricate them in 2010. For at least 5 months, I've been doing it and completed in 2010. As a sculptor, I went back to the drawing board and start to think about how the ideation process will go on, and start to think about what are the symbols and what are the metaphor that I'm going to use. So as far as Permata, the Petronas Training Center is concerned, I think I wanted to use the acronyms, which is Permata, and it reminds me about the symbol of, or the eyes itself, you know, the sense of sight in the human body is very important, and start to think about once it's been looked and see, the brain start to understand the images that I see, you know, and the ideation process continue on the drawing board, and I start to design something which is direct to the agency itself, and able to transform them into the two-dimensional drawing, which is the eyes, and play around with the lines that I have created. In a way, start to visualize the form of an eyes, which I think very important to have a form by itself as far as sculpture is concerned. From then, I start to use wire and other material first, and then when I was doing that, I was thinking about stainless steel, because stainless steel happened to be something that are very strong and tough and interesting, well-developed material that I think almost as important as the Petronas Twin Tower is concerned. So I thought that this is the best material to be used for the work, and after the playing and toying with the material, I have some images, some form that I think is already right to be used, and able to put them together is another thing, and able to combine the organic and the geometric elements that occur while the ideation process is concerned. I was creatively finding ways of making it and designing it into an interesting form. The structure is actually representing the movement and moving forward as far as the leadership, unity, teamwork, and also for the future of the agency.